We're on the final day. Let's stay true to who we've been. Let's be exactly what we are. And let's go get it. Go Tigers.
Florida was one of the finalists, so you had 2 SEC schools. Cal was in there, and Utah. So these teams are battling it out down to the end, and it came down to that final routine, the beam.
We're very confident in our beam lineup and our beam rotation and just, how much every single person on our team wanted it so badly for each other.
Actually, when I heard that they're going to end with beam, then we knew it's just going to be up to her.
The idea was initially just to put her in a spot where, we thought we were maximizing her score and also maximizing everybody else's score. Aleah has every bit of my confidence in those situations.
With just over a minute between her and something the LSU Tigers have never done in their almost 50-year history.
This will set the tone back in spring. Layout. Wow. Fantastic.
The beauty of gymnastics is that it's a repetitive sport, and so it's really about who can hit the same thing that you've been doing every single day when it counts and when it matters.
Just the dismount. Gainer full. Wow. You can see it on her face.
I kicked up from my dismount, and at that moment, I immediately started crying just because it's such a sweet moment to be able to have that feeling of, we did it.
So when she landed, I think I felt like the whole arena was crying with her. It was just incredible.
To be able to celebrate it with our team and just our fans and our support system, it was definitely probably the icing on the cake.
Aleah's family grew up in the St. Louis area. It was obvious at a young age that the girls had some talents, and the biggest gymnastics reputation was in Kansas City with Al Fong at Great American Gymnastics in Blue Springs.
We're really thankful to have our coaches, Al Fong and Armane, to have raised us to be these athletes that we are today.
And a very nice way to finish. She comes from a gymnastics family.
I think growing up with 3 older sisters who all did gymnastics, it definitely was benefit to me and, my career, because by the time I was 5 years old, they were just kind of flipping my body and doing all the skills for me, and so I kind of got a head start in some of the things.
Aleah said when she was at age 5, she had calculated that 2020 was going to be her year to compete in the Olympics.
Remembering the very first time in 2004, we were all watching the Olympics, and the girls were like, oh, I want to go to the Olympics too, because that's the first time really that they're really watching it.
In April of 2020, she had foot surgery. She was heartbroken when she was not even good enough and healthy enough to compete in the Olympic trials. And after the 2021 Olympics in Tokyo, she really didn't know if she was ever going to compete in elite again.
The door to elite gymnastics has kind of been shut for a little bit now. I'm finally getting into the groove of collegiate season and what that looks like. And I get a call from my mother, and she says, hey, the Gymnastics Association of the Philippines, they reached out to me. Do you want to compete for them?
So she's going to school and going to classes at LSU while preparing herself for elite competition in Antwerp in the fall of 23. It was there then she qualified for the Olympics. The window of rest was short because then she had to start preparing for collegiate competition at LSU.
I don't think that there is ever an easy route to the Olympics. It's one of the most, high caliber competitions ever in the world. And I think the Olympics just hold such a special place in my heart just because, it's something that I've wanted to accomplish for so long, and definitely will be something that I'll cherish forever.